So Acura's just an SUV brand, right? Well, that's not entirely accurate, though the MDX and RDX do outsell their 4 cars combined by nearly 3 to 1. But Acura is here to remind us that their cars are still worthy of the caliper badge, beginning with this all-new TLX.
2 sedans, 2 SUVs, and a supercar. That's what Acura is producing these days. But the car portion has struggled to draw an audience in recent years as the utilities have taken center stage. Enter the 2021 TLX, their premium sports sedan relaunched for its next act, and this one is a blockbuster. A dedicated platform, double wishbone suspension, turbocharged VTEC engine, super handling all-wheel drive. These are the cast members that'll have Acura devotees coming back to the showroom. Just one thing, the role of the stick shift is now played by a 10-speed auto with paddle shifters. But don't worry, it's a worthy understudy. This here is the TLX A-Spec, a sport appearance package that brings you as close to the upcoming high-performance Type S as possible. Though it doesn't distinguish itself mechanically from the other trims, it does bring the look. Specific 19-inch wheels, gloss black trim, piano black rear styling, red sport seats with black suede inserts, flat bottom steering wheel, sport pedals, and red gauge illumination highlight the A-Spec offerings. A base front-wheel drive TLX starts at $38,525, while this all-wheel drive A-Spec comes in at $47,275. Until the aforementioned V6-powered Type S arrives next spring, the sole engine offering is a 2-liter Turbo 4, which is de rigueur for the premium compact segment. But Acura's bringing the heat here with 272 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque, numbers that best just about every other car in the class. But this is where numbers don't tell the full story, because the TLX's 0 to 60 time in the low 6s is slower than the rest of the pack, but this car never feels slow, and its nearly 2 tons never feel heavy. That's because the TLX is a handling machine that creates a sporting environment for the driver. From the perfect position, adjustably bolstered driver's seat, to the right size steering wheel, and exciting, albeit electronically enhanced sounds from the engine, Acura creates a visceral experience with which drivers will connect. This car makes you feel something when you're driving it, and I'll take that over a faster, more diluted model any day. Though an adaptive suspension is reserved for the advanced package, these 2-stage reactive dampers don't leave me wanting, as the TLX exhibits a dynamic range that delivers high levels of agility and comfort. I'm surprised that the A-Spec doesn't come with a higher performance tire choice, however. These Michelin Primacy All-Seasons have shown up on a number of cars I've tested recently, including the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. So even though they're quiet and have done a decent job in the snow, a summer use option would be welcome. And yes, it's been very cold this week with an historic snowstorm thrown in for good measure, so I've had many mixed surfaces to drive on. And the front to rear and side to side nature of this quicker reacting 4th gen super handling all-wheel drive system is what makes this car such a winner.
I love this TLX. It is hands down one of the most fun to drive cars that I have tested this year. And no, I don't care that it's front-wheel drive based or not. It is an absolute blast to take out on the back roads. It kind of reminds me of the departed RLX Sport Hybrid, which unfortunately nobody paid any attention to, because this super handling, torque vectoring all-wheel drive system is just that good. And it doesn't even have the benefit of sport tires. Yet this dialed-in chassis with superb steering feel makes the TLX seem invincible through the turns. And the suspension tuning makes it a joy to toss around. As the driver, you feel involved and excited to take on that next curve. It is a beautiful sports sedan drive.
Dial into sport and you get these cool graphics, red accent light color, heightened throttle response, higher steering effort, more responsive handling, and racier sounds. Additionally, there are comfort, normal, and individual settings. The shifter buttons are a little clunky to use, otherwise I really like the driver controls.
Acura's touchpad interface debuted on the redesigned RDX, and the brand has gone to great lengths to basically explain why it's better than the Lexus interface, which is inarguably the worst on the market. And even though it is better, it's simply not what I prefer. Just give me a touchscreen, it works so much easier. And why is there a wireless charge pad here if I can't connect my phone wirelessly?
And having just driven the Lexus ES, I'm going to amend this statement some. I might actually prefer the Lexus pad. It's a shame Acura's screen wasn't within reach of the driver, because in the 14 days total I've spent with this system, it's been frustrating and has led me to avoiding its use. But it does house one of the most immersive sound systems I've tested. The 17-speaker ELS Studio 3D integrates speakers into the rear headliner, wrapping you in sound. It's an amazing get that's standard on this model.
What I want from the back of a compact sports sedan are contoured rear seats which hold your passengers in place. After all, sporty driving will ensue, and you want everyone to be comfortable. And indeed, Acura delivers on that, including some suede inserts which prevent you from sliding around on the leather. After that, there's not much going on back here, a couple of vents and no USB ports.
Dimensionally, all of the cars in this segment are nearly identical in both passenger and luggage volume, though the TLX offers the largest trunk at 14 cubic feet. Where it doesn't compare particularly well is at the pump, with its 24 mpg combined rating trailing the BMW 330i and Audi A4 by 4 mpgs. Longer, wider, and lower, it's a great-looking car, and at this price point makes excellent sense. It's all of Acura's best traits in a fun-to-drive, reasonably priced package. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammes.